And my buddy came in here and he was fishing with his daughter. He said, Ron, he said, all the vegetation in there is dead. Every bit of it was dead. And then the pond turned a copper color. And now that is very familiar because every place so far that has been contaminated, every stream said it's a rust color. Well, mine turned into a copper color. Copper, rust, same color. No, because the DEP is in bed with the industry. It is so obvious what's going on. They do not help the public here at all. It's a joke. I did a file review about a month ago on my property just to see what they have in my file. They had nothing in here about my pond whatsoever. And the guy that was calling on me at that time was out here with a digital camera. Well, there's definitely a problem here, Ron. There's definitely a problem. Well, yeah, there is a problem, Mark. Well, what are you going to do about it? Well, we don't know where it's come from. Hey, Mark, there are well sites right up there. All the mud and slop was running right down into my pond. I complained and I complained. There was mud back there 2 feet deep. And I had silt in the back of the pond, running into the pond, mud and silt coming off that hill. It was over a foot thick. But now he works for Range Resources. And when I did my file review, he also told me, Ron, your farm, and I will never forget this, it's embedded in the back of my brain. Ron, your farm is a textbook case of what not to do. It's a textbook case of what not to do. It's outrageous. And when you find out and you start doing your homework on all the political contributions that are taking place here with our state reps and commissioners and, I mean, you just name it. Every politician is just getting their pockets lined. They're all thieves, as far as I'm concerned. I can't be devious that way. I like to sleep at night. And a lot of people have said, well, why have you done what you've done? Why didn't you just, walk away from this? Because if I would have walked away from this and people would have gotten sick, then I would have felt like it was my fault that I didn't step up. And I was raised, if there's something wrong, you bring it to people's attention. And when you're a steward of the land and you have a farm, you know when there are problems. As I've told many people, a farm is just like raising a child. You nurture it, you take care of it, you do a lot of things to it. And when there's something that's out of place on it, you know it. You know there's something wrong. And there were so many problems here, it was incredible. And I just said, I'm taking it upon myself that I'm going to keep talking, and I don't care. I'm not going to stop. These people need to be stopped. And if it's a benign process, why in God's green earth in '05 did you get the federal exemptions put into place? Why did Cheney do what he did? Why? Because they know that it's not safe. They know that. They know that going into this. But that's what they can do because they've got the money and the power. And we're nobody.
What if you had cancer or your kids got cancer?
Well, that's too late. What are you going to do about it? That's my problem.
They would do something about it?
No, that's my problem. Then prove it. As the attorneys, well, prove it. Prove it. I mean, I had my belly full of attorneys. Trust me. I know how rotten these attorneys are and what they try to do to me here. It's disgusting. And it's absolutely scary is what it is because you can't trust them. It's pathetic. Some people think this is the greatest thing. But again, they could be washing, drinking, bathing in polluted water, and they don't even know it. And we've gone around and we've told people, you have to be cautious, you have to keep your eyes open, you have to stay aware. Some people are receptive, some people are like, we really don't want to hear it. They don't tell you anything. They're supposed to inform you, it tells you on a lease, they're supposed to inform you for everything that they do. They don't inform you. I said, this is bull. Because they broke their lease numerous times. And they used this place as a supply yard, or a stock yard. I mean, they stocked their equipment in here. They left equipment in here for months at a time. It was like it's their place. And that's just how that's just how you feel. It's their land. It's not your land anymore. They know the game, and they're in here to do one thing, and that's make the shareholders and make them wealthy, and the chairmans of the board and everyone else involved. It's terrible. The stress of this is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. There are farmers here that I talk to that don't sleep at night. They wake up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They're miserable about what they've done. Because now they know their land is done. They can't sell this land now. If once this was a hot area, people wanted to move to and put horse farms in and stuff like that. But now, what would you do with it? You can't subdivide it. I got gas lines. I got 4 gas lines running right down through the middle of this, right up through the middle of my property. I got a big gas well back there. You know, you got the gas well up in that field. People don't want to see this stuff. You know, when they buy a piece of property, they want the peace and quiet. They don't want to see tanker trucks coming in here every week, pulling out brine water or pulling out drip gas that goes to the refineries. You want some seclusion, privacy, and that's all gone. But really, and again, what really ticks you off, you know, and they don't respect the land like you do. They have one thing on their agenda, and that's to get that hole in the ground. I've cleared roughly 80 acres here, but it was all in vain. The spin that they use now is, well, we're preserving the land out here for you. You don't have to worry about housing developments coming in or malls. That's the spin they're putting on it now. They put a spin on everything that they do. Every problem that they create, they put a spin on it.